Florida and Raymond James Stadium. As we'll see a team looking for its first win, the Rebels, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the South Florida Bulls. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Bulls will kick it off to get us underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Rebels offense takes the field to start this game off. And David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football game. That's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others. They got to help him out. They got to play on schedule, not make those mistakes, and guys really play well around him.
Yeah, David, the one thing quarterbacks don't want to be referred to as is a game manager, but that's really more what this guy is. You're right. They have to be able to run the football. They can't turn it over. They got to play great defense. If they do that in this game, he's good enough to get this win.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Makes the catch. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. And the Rebels in the hurry up.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Well, I'm sure there are a lot of emotions, a homecoming of sorts as he comes back to the place where he played as the head coach of the opposition.
You know it holds a special place in his heart. He's right now taking the field thinking about all the great memories he shared with his teammates, with his family, with the fans during his time. But he's got a job, David. He's coaching on the other sideline this one, and he wants to get the win for his team.
Oh, you dang right. And you got to pull back those feelings. It's great to be home. It's awesome to be where it started, but you're also paid to do a job, and you're paid by the other side.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? The give to the running back from the shotgun. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Now the 8th play of the opening drive, but this time facing 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. Trying to make magic on the scramble. At the 45 on its way. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. He was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. He'll do it himself. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Rebels pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Just missed on the connection, incomplete. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. He's got his man, makes the grab. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. Pushes toward the goal line. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? The big fellas coming out in the goal line defense. Hand off to the fullback. Tried to keep those big legs churning, but he'll be stopped for a loss. 3rd and goal, where defensive coordinators have to make a stand. They'll try to slam it in. He's stopped again, and they tried to convert this short yardage with the running game and have had zero success. It's fourth down. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. And this ought to be a chip shot from about 20 yards out. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
I know one thing this head coach does every week is he challenges his guys to start fast. And it's so important today, playing on the road in this kind of environment. You saw a nice drive. They didn't get the touchdown they would have loved, but still, kicking that field goal and taking this early lead, that's a statement for the visiting team.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So USF's offense will go to work for the first time. And Jesse, this is going to be a fun test. This receiver, if you leave him in man coverage, you might be in for some trouble.
And so when you get him in the one-on-ones, you got to throw his way. He's a really good route runner. He can catch the football. And then when the defense decides to double cover and take him away, that's when you go somewhere else with the football or you run it. The balance in this offense, based on how they play him, I think is big today.
Yeah, and that's what you've got to do as a defense. Sometimes you double team him, sometimes you play zone. Mix it up, give different looks, because he is a guy. He's shown the ability to burn your defense and make big plays.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. He'll keep it himself. Nice move there. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. The Bulls with the 1st and 10. They'll go to the counter. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Gets the back moving. To the air, it's Simmons. Caught in the backfield, it's Gage. Nice stiff arm there, but the defense still able to stop him for a short gain. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Blasted as he lets it go. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. And the Bulls decide to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Offense in a bunch formation. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Rebels want to crank the tempo.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Quickly complete. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain. The Rebels come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. They'll try to run for it. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on that play.
Kick is in the air. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stopped. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up. 4 wide out set, 3 of them to the left on 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Simmons. Swings it out to the flat. Bulldozes his way through. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Takes the handoff. It's Gage. Not much there on the line. He gets 1 to the 31. A 3rd down try for the offense. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws toward the end zone. Oh, he had it The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. He'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. Quick release by the QB. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. He's moving out of the pocket. Still on his feet at the 35. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Makes the grab. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Rebels racing to the line in the hurry-up.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Wide open downfield. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Unleashes one deep. And that ball is intercepted at the goal line. Taking it the other way. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Looking for a crease. It's Gage. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. From the gun to give, looking for room. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. After that tight first quarter, this second period ought to be a lot of fun. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on third and long from the 26. They'll run the option. Leaves it with the back. Past the first down marker and still running. There he goes. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. First and 10. Find some fresh air. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. The Bulls are marching down the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Makes the grab. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. They're going to run it. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, USF.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, you could make a good case. This is the game of the week in the Big 12. K-State has the lead right now. The Little Apple has been buzzing all week. But this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by 7 over Cincinnati. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about in this one, the Big 12, or anywhere else in college football.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
The Rebels with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. And he feels the heat coming in. It burns him up. Another sack.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end. Giving those receivers faces. Don't let them feel comfortable in run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. The play action fake. They get to him as he throws. And the third down pass is incomplete. And the Rebels will punt this one away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. A fair catch is called for. It'll give them great field position. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. Got his man down the middle. No chance to run, but still a good gain. Second down coming up. They'll run the option. They go to the ground. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. They'll need to get this one to the 31 here on third down. Back to throw, it's Simmons. By himself, he makes the grab. Touchdown, Bulls. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
So, guys, we'll see this offense again. Leaves it with the running back. They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it. It's been that way all day.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
Out of the shotgun on third down. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. The Rebels will call on their punt team. Hauls it in, looking for space. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Rides the back and leaves it on the option. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Right back to the well. Not a whole lot of room as he gets a couple inside the 30 to the 29. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. He'll pull it on the read. Got a first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Bulls headed quickly to the line. Gives it on the option. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Quarterback on the keeper. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Bulls! These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option. You've seen the evolution with the scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Now this offense is back on the field. Off play action on first down. Bought a little time, lets it go. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. He'll do it himself. Breaks into the open. Fighting off the defender. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets him up to the 24. Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. From the gun, wants to pass. Snatches it on the right. Oh, a lot of space. Inside the... And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Rebels.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point pulls them closer. It's 24-10. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they get it done with a big play, a 76-yarder for the score. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you, Palmer.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Simmons. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Bulls will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. And the Rebels now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Runs through a tackle. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Now facing a 3rd and long. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. to throw for it. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. The Rebels will try to pin them back with the punt. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Grabbed behind the line, it's Riggs. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. And the Bulls can really attack on this second and short. Rides the back on the option, the give. Oh, he's got some space. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a first and goal from the 10. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The defense burns their third and final timeout of the half. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. And they can't make the connection on third down. And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. Right on target the first time. Now he'll try another from 24 yards out. Absolutely center cut. And that will extend their lead even further.
And so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Wants to fire on second down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. And the Rebels come to the line on third and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Using the quick game. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Rebels will snap it on first and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Pressure coming. Just couldn't find a hole in this defense. They were ready for him and forced him out of bounds, and no gain on the play. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Trying to get rid of it. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on third down. And the Rebels will punt it away on fourth down. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. Waning seconds of the first half, let's see just how aggressive they'll be. On the ground, it's Gage. Makes his man miss. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, you've had yourselves a superb broadcast so far today in Tampa. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense And that's something that's just very tough to quantify. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside Raymond James Stadium.
South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Give to the running back. Got the first down and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They'll snap it from the 39. 1st and 10. He'll keep it himself. He breaks a tackle. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time. 2nd and 6. They want to run it left here. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Now on 3rd down for this offense. Dropping back, it's Simmons. Fires to the wideout. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. So this field goal unit has been getting the job done. They've already made a couple here today. What a disappointment. No good. So, guys, a missed opportunity to expand the lead, but still a 17-point cushion.
And those sting for this team. I tell you what, when you drive the field against a really, really good defense and you have an opportunity to get points, you got to capitalize on them now. And that one will sting a little bit because I thought the offense did a good job moving the ball down the field.
The give to the tailback. Turning it on. Finds enough room to get it up to the 44 before he's knocked out of bounds. The Rebels come to the line in the hurry-up.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
They run it, they get the first down, and look at the offense. Right back on the football, ready to crank this tempo up.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Makes the grab. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Going to sling it on second down. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Rushes on him. He'll try to do it himself. Quarterback gets the first down. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
And both these quarterbacks, man, they're showing off their ability to take off and scramble and make plays. Right here, it's a design pass. He's looking to make a play. What does he do? He sees some space, captures it, makes the big play with his feet, gets another first down. This guy can do that a lot.
And that play just never got started as he's run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. That'll close the gap to 14. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Jacksonville State is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These Gamecocks have picked themselves up before, and they're capable of it again today. They're trailing by just 4 to Georgia State. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for two out to the 26. Goes to the option. Quick toss. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Scanning the field is Simmons. Looking down the middle. Makes the grab. It's Riggs. He's into the open down the middle. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, South Florida.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they tacked on the extra point. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. They'll go to the ground. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And the Rebels line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. Looking for space. It's Gage.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. It's 3rd down, and they've got to get it to the 33. Back to throw, it's Simmons. Unloads to the wideout. He can't make the catch. Had it right in his hands, and it'll be 4th down. The Bulls will send out the punt unit. And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Here's the pressure. And he left that one short. Tried to baby it in there. He's got to turn it loose. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. Hit as he throws. Another incompletion on 3rd down. The Rebels will bring the punt team onto the field. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
And there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football. Make your plays. Put a good drive.
All by himself down the middle. Touchdown, USF. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a two-play drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Give to the back. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They'll leave it with him. Hard running there. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. And the Rebels are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Now adjusting. Still on his feet at the 40. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. They'll move the wide receiver. Off the play fake on 1st down. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete. So now it's 2nd and long. Here's the handoff. It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning.
What a beautiful sight. Not only are we big and strong and powerful and athletic, you can just have unbelievable hands to the mix because we can catch a football too, just like those little DBs, create turnovers, force interceptions. Let's go.
South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. Gives it on the option.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
On the option. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete. It'll be 3rd and long. To the air, it's Simmons. Under fire. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. He's going to try to knock one through from 49 yards away. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again.
Well, it's a good news, bad news scenario. You got the pick, and you would have liked to have paid that off with a touchdown, but because the drive stalls out, they're still happy to get the field goal.
This should be the last play of the quarter. Leaves it with the back. They knock him down behind the line, and the defense finishing this 3rd quarter in style. That's the end of the period, and USF is on top. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Sends it back in motion. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Fires on the run. It's picked off, and another empty drive. Trying to take it back. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
And as a defensive offensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's pass, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short. He'll keep it on the sneak. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. And the Bulls come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Motion from the back. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to pass. It's Simmons. Unleashes to the end zone. He'll fire back across his body, and it's intercepted.
Obviously, this game hasn't gone the way they would have liked, but coaches are always looking for positive moments and things that you can build on. How about that young man going out, getting an interception? Yeah, they're being blown out. They're probably not going to win.
And he'll be knocked down at the 2-yard line.
I know this defense came into this game hoping to get pressure on the quarterback, but I don't know in their wildest dreams if they ever thought it was going to look this good. I lost track at 5 sacks. They have been all over this quarterback today.
The Rebels trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Strong run there to pick up 4 and get it out to the 7. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on 3rd down. And the Rebels send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Boy, that seemed to be prime return territory, but instead he'll set the offense up with great field position. The give to the back. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. They'll give it to the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the first. Here comes the option. There he goes.
And we've already seen this QB have success throwing the football down the field. How about the variety to his game? Now you run the option, you make the right read, get it to your pitch man where he can get upfield.
Touchdown Bulls. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this 2-game slide.
That's a nice job by this offense. Nice job putting a drive together late. This might seal this football game. And nice response. It's nice to be home, isn't it? Come back to the home crowd after you've lost a couple games. Get some mojo going back in your way.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Looking for a big play. Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the X just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field.
Keep pushing that rock.
That's caught. It's Riggs. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. The Bulls come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. He'll pull it on the read. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. From the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. The give, and tick, 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 tick. 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. It'll be a draw. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
So here comes the field goal unit once again. They've already kicked 3 tonight. It's good. Easy call for the refs. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter is sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. They'll send the back in motion. Looking to throw on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Hainsworth. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. The Rebels with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. He leaves it with his back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster. And the Rebels decide to punt it away. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Quarterback on the keeper. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. And the Bulls really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. They'll try to bully their way for the first. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. With the clock running, this should be the final play. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the same level of execution.
Well, Jesse, it's easy to look good on the field when you look that good in your union. Like when you look that good coming off the bus. Those dudes are good. This is a great team, and they proved it. Just domination from start to finish.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.